Hello everyone, Oliver Draper here, Trading and Show Manager for Hikvision North UK. What I'm going to show you today is our new second generation modular door stations, in particular our new stainless steel edition. In addition to them, I'm also going to be showing you our new indoor stations, which are now Android based as opposed to the older Linux based systems. So if we look at the door stage to start with, these are our new stainless steel products. Now there's different sort of casings that you can get for these stainless steel products. You can get them in a single, like the one here, or a 2 modular casing, or you can get it in a 3 modular casing as well. Now the fact that it's modular is the fact that it's customizable, so you can personalize it to whatever the client's actually needs are. And again, there are an array of different sort of modules you can put into these ones, the keypad, or the name tag, and the camera modules. Again, it's totally flexible and it's customizable to whatever you want, so it's totally modular based. These ones in particular, now the new ones, are our stainless steel products. So for those projects where potentially you may be concerned around vandalism or anything of that sort of nature, these products are ideal for those sort of solutions. Now the cameras on these ones here as well, so the camera modules that we have here, these are 2 megapixel cameras, so they're 1080p, and they give a field of view of approximately 178 degrees, meaning even if that camera was side on like this, it would still be able to pick me up in the scene sideways on, so it has a very wide field of view as well. Now there's 2 different types of solutions you can get these in. You can either get it in a standard PoE solution, which just requires the network cable to the back of it and power over Ethernet. Alternatively, if you've got any legacy installs, so places where they've already got the existing 2 wires going to the front door area, so that your bell wire and things of this sort of nature, then you can adapt the 2-wire solution instead. So rather than to fit new cables in place or having to rip out existing infrastructure, you can use the existing 2 bell wire that's going to the front door area to actually connect to these terminals, and then 2-wire back to our distribution terminal inside the property. So, for example, the top camera module one we have here is our DSKD8003 IMEA1. We call it the 1 because it's the 1 means it's the actual IP version. If it was the IME2, that would be the 2-wire solution. So 1 simply means it's 1 cable, i.e. 1 Ethernet cable. If it has a 2 at the end, then we know it's a 2-wire solution. Now these new ones here, the product code at the end also has a /S standing for the stainless steel. Now the other one we have here, you'll see there's a slight difference. This one here doesn't have the button on this one here. So if you were going to go for this one, again, similar sort of product code. It's a DSKD8003. Again, it will be the IMEA1 if it's the actual single wire for IP cable, or IME2 if it's a 2-wire solution. However, this is an NS, so the S there for the stainless steel and the N meaning that it has no button on there as well. And as I mentioned, we've got the different modules that you can put into these. It doesn't matter if there's no 2-wire or IP ones, because these just connect into the actual main unit via RS485 cables, which are supplied with the module units themselves. So for example, we've got the keypad module, so this is the DSKD KPS. Then we have the DSKD KKS. So again, there's various different modules that you can actually purchase these ones, depending on what sort of solution you get. In addition, if you don't want it to be wall mounted, you can also get the flush mount as well. So you put this into the wall itself, and then you put the actual front onto there as well, so it can actually be flush mounted as well. So what I think we'll do now, we'll pop on one of these boxes and take a closer look and see what these actually look like. So let's pop on the box and see what we actually get inside. So inside you get your quick start guides, which are just in there. And underneath we've got the actual camera module itself. So if we take a look at the actual camera module and just see what this looks like. So on here we've got, obviously this is not the NS, this is just the S. The NS would be the one without the button, as here, but this one is just the S, so it has actually got the button there. So again, it's got the button to call through to the indoor station should you want to. Again, you can even label it by putting your own label in there as well. On the back of this one, as I mentioned, it's a PoE one, so it's just simple 1 PoE cable straight into the back of there. Underneath there we've got your alarm outputs, and then you've also got your door contacts as well to trigger the door as well. From here is also your RS485 out, which you can then use to connect to various other modules as done here. As you can see, this one is the 2-wire solution. So this one here has a 2-wire in. Again, it doesn't matter on the actual module whether it's 2-wire or IP, because it just connects via the 485 cable. Okay, so here we have our indoor screens. We've got our 7-inch version, and then we've finally got our 10-inch version. So the 7-inch is the DS-KH9310WTE1, and the 10-inch one is the DS-KH9510WTE1. So we'll look at the big one. So we'll just open this up so we can take a look at what you actually get inside. Inside you get the actual indoor station screen itself, and then in the back you get your wall mounting bracket and a little quick start guide there to assist you as well. So if we take a look at the actual screen itself, white screen with a curved edge on there. It's an LCD touch screen. As I mentioned, this one is Android based, and it just simply requires a PoE in. So we have got an Ethernet cable going back to a simple PoE switch, which is connected into my network. Plug that in there, put that down. I'll try to pick up too much because on the back there is an actual tamper button there, so when that's released it will sound an alarm, so I'll try and keep this flat onto the table. So as it's booted up now, as I mentioned, it is Android based. So the fact that it's Android based, it does support Android app installation. So it's got an open platform in there for extensive applications. Also, third-party software can be integrated into the device. It's booted up now, and it's now asking me for some configuration details to actually set the device up. And it's a simple 4-step to actually get the device working. So it's asking me to put in the device's, give it a password. So in order to activate the device, I'm just going to give it a simple password. Okay, and then go next. It's asking me for a language, go with English. And it's asking me for some network details now. I could put these in myself and put some personal details if I knew what the network details to put in. Alternatively, I can just use DHCP, where this one I'll call into my router and then request some details off my router. That's now got an IP address. I'm just going to go next. In here is where I can specify, is it an indoor station or is it an indoor extension? It is actually the indoor station itself. And in there I can put in floor numbers, room numbers, the SIP details, indoor extension details if it was an indoor extension, which it's not. I'm just going to pop in there a SIP password. And go next. Okay, so it's looked on my network and it's already found my outdoor modular terminal. Oh, release the button there. Obviously I did mention the tamper button on the back of him. So here I've already pre-activated this actual modular door station here. So all I've done is use SADP tool, give it a password and gave it an IP address, and that's all I've done with that device. I've done nothing else with it, and that's connected in via a network cable PoE as well. It's found it on the network there, so I'll say I want to use that one, so I want this screen to be linked to that door station, and then go next. And it's as simple as that. We can see that device is now set up and it's now connected to this door station here, so I should be able to call from here, and it's now calling, as you can see on the screen there. I can choose to open the door, just end the call there, but as we can see, that's all set up and working, nice and simple. Now in addition, as I mentioned, it does support as well the Hikvision application as well. So if I go to that little icon in the corner there, this is where I can now log this terminal into my Hikvision app. So if I just click on there to actually log into my Hikvision app, and here it's asking me to pop in my Hikvision details. So I'm just going to move this off screen just for a moment while I type this in. We can see now that it's actually populated my NVR there, and also any independent cameras that I have on my network can also be seen here. So I can actually click onto the actual NVR itself in this case, and I can see all the information and details of that device. I can then click onto the camera view there, and this will now display all the views of the cameras that this actually has access to as well. So again, you can also see your actual cameras from here, as well as actually your indoor station. Now you'll see in addition as well, under messages, it now says plus 99. That's telling me I've got over 99 unread messages. So let's just take a look and see what that's referring to. So there's nothing in the main message center. However, on the alarms, that's what it's saying it is. Indoor station's got no alarms, but my Hikvision does. So all my actual events that have been triggered by my line crossings or anything else that I trigger to notify my Hikvision application will also come through to here as well. So I can actually see what took place or when these things were actually triggered. Now, as I mentioned, it does have the facility as well to actually put some Android apps on here as well. So what we'll do, we'll go and showing you through how we add an Android app onto here. So as you can see, that app has now appeared on here, the Hue Essentials app that I chose to download. So when I click onto that app now, I could then go through this Hue Essentials, which is the app that's used to control your smart light bulbs, and you simply just go through the setup procedures as you would do on your mobile phone app, or the exact same principle. But again, from here you'd be able to control all your smart lights from here. Because it's an Android based application, to get out of this app, you just scroll up from the bottom, you get these dots up here at the bottom, and you can just simply just go back to your home screen from there, and then you're back to your main home screen. As I mentioned, it does support a maximum of 2 apps, so next to it you can put your Hive to control your central heating. You could also put in Nest, which is your central heating app. So there's many different applications you can put in here to control your smart home applications. In addition to those as well, what we are integrating into this, which will be coming towards the end of the year, is also our AX Pro, which is our home alarm system, which you'll see the video for that as well. So our AX Pro home alarm system will also be capable of integrating into the actual indoor station as well towards the end of the year. So you'll be able to arm and disarm your alarm all from the indoor station. So if you've got one of these in your bedroom, for example, you'll be able to arm and disarm the alarm from the comfort of your bedroom. So, as you'll probably agree, some great products here that have just been released by Hikvision. If you do want any further information on these devices, please see the link below to go to our datasheet online to actually read a bit more about the capabilities and what the device can actually do. Alternatively, speak to your distributor and they'll be able to provide you information as well as the associated prices as well. Thank you.